Hi class, my name is Audrey Baenziger, and this is my self-analysis advocacy project reflection. So my overall reflection is my advocacy journey has taken me to such an amazing place. I feel empowered to be an advocate for young readers and be able to give them resources through my community to get affordable books. My project development has changed over the weeks that this class has been going on very rapidly. I feel excited to be able to contact the Mayor of Los Gatos as a way of outreach other than social media because the organization has already been doing that. I have been unsuccessful so far regarding outreach, but have been able to help the organization educate their volunteers on how they are advocating for young readers, and have been able to make them a training guide. The path that my work has took me on was different than I thought it would be. However, I feel like I am still making a change to help advocate in some way. Personal learnings. I have been able to learn that there are so many different ways to advocate for anyone. Whether it be through direct or indirect work, you can advocate for anyone in any way as long as you're making a change that can benefit the area of advocacy positively. Before, I felt like being an advocate was only being on the front lines. However, I feel like I have been able to learn more about different kinds of advocacy and what they look like because they're all different, but they are all equally as powerful. My successes and failures. I have had 3 different actual items that I was working on, and I've had 2 successes and 1 failure so far. I was able to start this process and brainstorm the organization that I wanted to partner with during Module 1 of this class, and had already worked with the Friends bookstore for my internship classes and knew how well they advocated for young readers through their recycled bookstore. I conducted my interview with 2 volunteers I already worked closely with and got information on how they felt like I could advocate for their readers. The main one was through the mayor of our town. This idea felt risky, but I decided to take the jump. I knew that he must be a busy person, but I really wanted to take the opportunity to see if I could get my organization into his monthly newsletters. I've been unsuccessful in contacting him and have already emailed him twice. The volunteers I interviewed also mentioned how creating a training guide for new volunteers was important to them because it would help them understand what the expectations are for shelving books and communicating with young readers coming in. And I've been very successful with this so far, and I've already been able to create this training guide for them and will be implementing it this week. My strengths and areas of improvement. Strengths so far have been able to get effective feedback from volunteers on what they wanted to see in their training guide, as well as being able to do more research on how I can amplify this training guide and include ways to advocate for young readers in the community through our bookstore. Areas of improvement are to push myself more to keep trying to get in contact with the mayor of the town for a conversation about outreach, and to push myself into looking for new ways of outreach that are not through flyers and can be done quickly. Difficulties and roadblocks. So far, I've not been able to get in contact with the mayor, like I've said, and I feel like I wasn't able to think of more ideas that could be done quickly, but also creatively. And lastly, follow up with my organization. I will be able to follow up through my organization in person and through a survey that I will send them regarding their thoughts on the training guide that I've created and what their thoughts are on it. Thank you.